All right, senior spotlight for this week against Medelia is Nathan Schmidt. Nathan, I think this is the first time you and I have had a chance to talk to each other in
I,
sports throughout the years.
I believe so, yeah.
All right, so now I'm gonna dig deep here, work on getting to know the real Nathan Schmidt.
Okay.
Who's mom and dad?
My dad is Kirby Schmidt, and then my mom would be Teresa Lindy.
Okay, and now what all are you involved with at RCW?
I play football and basketball for sports, and that's about it.
Okay, now which one would you say is your favorite? Football.
Yes.
Okay, and now what positions do you play in football? For those who don't know.
I play linebacker on defense, and then offense would be tight end.
Okay, now when you came on the scene, can you go? Because there's a game that comes to mind for me, and Craig and I reference it all the time. It was a game last year. Is there a game where that comes to mind for you that was kind of your breakout stellar game?
I'd say it was the Nicollet
There it
homecoming
is.
game.
And now, were you? I know it was kind of Hayden Johnson who kind of played a role in kind of giving, telling the coaches, hey, we should, get Nathan in there and blitz
hmm
him a lot. Did you play a part of that at all? Say anything, or did you were just kind of you had a job to do, you were told to do this, and you went out and did it?
I was just kind of, they told me that to go in and then start blitzing, so that's what I did.
Now, is linebacker for you? Is that kind of a position that is something that you wanted, that you owned, or was it just kind of one of those things where that's where they put you and you just come to take that in yourself?
I'd say that's the position I knew how to play and everything, and that's where I started playing. But
And now, how long have you been playing football? When did you start?
I started. I've been playing all 4 years of high school.
Perfect. Now, um, when it comes to your personal goals, actually, sorry. First, let's go back to last year again. What did going to state and just the season that was, what did that mean to you? And then, what do you think, as far as what it meant to the community and how much you appreciated how it brought everything together?
It meant to me, it actually meant quite a bit because it was like my first season actually starting on football.
Yeah,
So just like a good accomplishment and to the community. We've never made it to state before,
yeah,
so I felt like it was a good achievement for everyone.
absolutely. Now, this year, what are your personal goals for yourself, and how far do you think this team can go?
I believe we can make it to state again if they have state.
Winning the section. Won't
Yeah.
accept anything else.
No.
What about for yourself?
For myself, I'd just say get a helmet full of stickers.
Helmet full of that means you've done your job, right?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That's a good answer. All right. So speaking of football, just kind of like, do you have a favorite team? Are you a Vikings fan? Somebody else? Do you have a favorite player or anything like that?
My favorite player would have to be, he's retired, but it'd have to be Cam Chancellor, one of the hardest hitting safeties on the Seahawks.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with hey, my favorite player, of course, then again, I'm a lot older than you, but mine was Curtis Martin, and he retired a long time ago.
Yeah.
So a Vikings fan then? That
Yeah.
would be your top
Yeah.
team? Okay. You think there's any chance that they do anything
If
relevant for the rest of the season?
if the offense starts to kick in, I think they can at least pull through a couple wins, but
Think they got to bench Cousins?
yeah, I think so.
Do you think so? All right, there it is, everyone. You heard it. He said it. No. All right. Do you have like a favorite football? Like, what gets you pumped up and excited for a game? Is it, the night before, like on a Thursday night? Do you watch a certain movie? Do you eat a certain meal? Do you have something that gets you going? Do you have a certain routine? Anything like that?
It'd re-
Music?
it'd really just have to be the music on the bus on the way there or in the locker room if it's
I've
a
heard
home
that
game.
music. I remember that game down in Timbuktu a couple of years ago riding the bus. No.
uh,
Favorite football movie at all?
um, I'd have to say like Blindside or something like that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So now we're getting back to the music thing. For you, if you get the choice, what are you putting on the bus?
I'd probably start out with, I don't know, a little bit of country just 'cause that's how I am. But then
Yeah, boy.
I, I'd make my way into some like more like hip hop music or rap or whatever they want.
Something with a little more beat and rhythm
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So it's homecoming week. Now, are you one? I wasn't for the most part. Coach Ebrink said he was. Are you one to get into the dress-up days or anything like that?
I
Do you have
am
a
not.
favorite one? No?
I normally don't dress
All
up.
right, well, how
No.
about this? If you were to pick a day during the week, a special day, and you were to make it your own, what day would you make it? Like, what would you do? What would you suggest?
Probably like a redneck or hick day.
Redneck or Hick Day? Okay, now what would you come as at Redneck or Hick Day? Besides, I mean, like, what would your attire be?
I'd say boots, jeans, maybe a flannel, hat.
Cowboy hat.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, now, it's a 2 week homecoming week thing. Obviously, next week you got Mountain Lake, you got Medelia this week. Now, it's kind of tough because you can't really go support volleyball. You can't do anything. How do you guys try and still get in the spirit of homecoming week and maybe help out the volleyball team or anything like that? Have you guys tried to do anything, or it's different? I
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
that, but how are you still trying to get in the spirit of it?
I'd say it'd mostly just be during school, like
Yeah.
stuff I do during school, like
What
dress up.
type of things they've been doing?
They have like different contests and stuff during school to like, I don't know, they have like scarecrow contests and stuff like that, just to
Okay.
get in like the homecoming routine week
Right.
or whatever it is.
That, of course, 2 week thing. So now for
Mhm.
you, were you on this week or
Yeah,
are you on next week?
I was
So
on
you're-
this week.
So you're off next week.
Mhm.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Um, well, what would if you were to give? Well, actually, before I get into that, let me ask you this: who has been, and you can think anybody who you can think of, who's been a positive influence and made a good impact on your life? It can be mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, coaches, anybody you can think of.
I'd have to say my dad. Last year he'd always like push me to say I could do like better than I was.
Okay.
He'd be like, "I know you got more in you, so just keep on going."
Keep on going. Don't quit.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that. If you could give any advice to next year's senior class, what would you tell them?
Just be a good leader. Never give up. Just keep pushing until the end.
All right. Now I got to close with this because I was told I got to bring it up. Okay. I hear that you have a slight obsession with your truck.
Yeah,
He's got a smile, folks.
yeah, I do.
I'm not going to name the name of the person that put me up to bringing it up, but I mean we can't not. It's your senior spotlight, so we got to promote what you love the most.
Yeah.
So what's so special about this truck?
I don't know. It's just I took a lot of time from working and stuff to put money into it and just stuff like that.
So you've really made it your own. What kind of truck is it?
It's a 2003 GMC,
How many miles it got on it?
97,000.
You got a long way to go on
Yeah.
that puppy, don't you? So, I guess that can kind of lead into another question here. What do you do for work outside then?
I either work at Max Hardware in Olivia, or since it's harvest season, I'll go out and like drive semi or tractor or something.
So you're not sitting at home playing video games and doing that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
You're out. You got your schoolwork. You take care of that. You take care of business on the football field. You go to work outside of school. You're just already a hardworking young man.
Yeah.
Wish I had that motivation when I was a teen. Now, last question. I hear you have a nickname for your truck. What is it?
Green machine.
Green Machine. I like it. I like it. Nathan, thank you so much. Good luck the rest of the way and stay warm out there on the field, all right?
Yeah.